Hello everyone, this is Jella and welcome to my channel. You guys can follow me on my Roblox account. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Hey guys! We are back in our no Gamepass Beach Town, and we are now at part 3 where we will make the restaurant by the beach. So we have this space over here for the restaurant, and I looked up some photo inspiration for this, but since we have a limited space, we will see how we can manage putting dining seats. Anyways, let's start building. I'm deleting this markings here and then add the walls. If you have difficulty placing walls because of the tree, you can just delete the tree or move it somewhere. But I did delete the tree, and before placing the wall, I press Ctrl Z at the same time I click place the walls. I was redoing the flooring here, but I also had to redo it another one later on because of the sand patterns, and then another redo later because I extended the pathway or sidewalk. So sorry about that. Anyways, for the roof, I am going to add this gable roof at the front only. So I adjusted the height and thickness of the roof. And for the rest part, I will just make it a flat roof. And I had to redo the flat roof because I don't want it to be messing the front part since I want to extend the flat roof a little bit. I am using the same material wall from the beach rental rooms we made, but make it white walls. I think it would look a little fancy having a white and blue themed restaurant, so that is what we will do. I added this life preserver ring in the middle and I love it. I'm getting excited because it is looking better than I imagined. Let's put some details on the roof by making blue lines all around the roof. And this really took some time since we need to make the trims connected. So if you guys are new doing this technique, just delete the first item and then drag the second item close to where you want it. Just measure up where you want to place it. And before clicking it, press Ctrl Z at the same time left click place. So the first one you delete will be undo or return to its place, and the second item you placed will be closer or near to the first item. This will be tricky at first, but you will get the hang of it. I sometimes have to redo it, but it will be easier the more you do it. And we have to do this around the roof of the restaurant. Yes, it does cost a lot to add a bit details, but it looks good than plain. If you are redoing this, you can definitely add your own color, or you can skip adding this part so it won't cost more. Anyways, I am using this tall glass door, and I will just make the frames and door to white. Now let's add the short moldings, and it's just gonna be plain steel blue color. I'm also coloring the ceiling trim the same and add it around the exterior. For the interior, I had to redo the flooring because I will use this wood deck tiles and it would look crooked with the triangle areas of the floor. Since our theme with the restaurant is white and blue, I just copied the moldings inside and used white walls. We have a small space to work with, including the kitchen. So I will just make a simple kitchen that is open and maybe have like a bar counter in front where people can also dine. I will just add the important appliances like a fridge, cooking stove, and we should add a sink later. I'm using the plain counter for the back and side part, but for the front counter, we will use this shaker island. And just by adding this front island counter, we already taken up half of the space inside. I don't think we can add a lot of tables inside, but at least we can have 4 customers by this bar counter. So I will use this metal stool and we will have 4 over here. I was having a hard time with what I should color the stool. Should I make it wooden or should I stick with white? I am adding this cushion on the stools and I think this pillow is a great shape. Thank you for the free transform tool with pillows and blankets. I think the white looks good, but I was kind of thinking a wooden stool might be great, but I did stick with the white and blue theme, although I will still use wooden on tables later on. I am adding the pillows manually since I just placed it on the floor. Good thing the stools are just for hee. Now let's add some kitchen decors, and we will add this hanging utensils and this spice rack. I'm also adding some sauces like this barbecue, ketchup, and a hot sauce. These are great for grills and marinades. I'm adding a range hood since this is a nice restaurant, and we will also add this cabinets for filling up space. I also added a microwave and a deep fryer, which I don't know where I should put since we have quite a small space to work with. So I moved the sink and I will use this back counter as a prepping area as well. I added this toaster and a blender on the side. And of course I love adding this chopping board here because we are preparing our seafood dish. So I'm using this small box and let's pretend that this is salmon that I am preparing. I'm just adding this empty bowl and salt and pepper on the side. Before I forget, we should have the dish rack near the sink as well. I am just changing the color of the fridge and stove to match our kitchen wooden theme. And there is an empty space above the fridge, so I will just put some crates there and maybe add some vegetable stocks. Let's pretend that it is full, alright, hee. And for this side, there is this new folding glass door from the update which I'm excited to use. I wanted the restaurant to have an outside seating perfect for the beach view, and this folding glass door would look perfect. I just used the simple windows for a cheaper price. I went out of build mode to open this door, and now we have this space on the corner, and I will just add plants since it is just a small space, and I really don't know what to add here. I'm using these plants because these are some of my favorites. Now for the other side, we have a space to add tables, which I thought I could add 2 dining tables, but I don't think I can fit it since the person seating on the side of the door cannot move inside. I want to use this sofa chair for the dining seats inside the restaurant. Let's add a small pillow with the same pillowcase as the cushions before. And I was trying to fit 2 tables on the side. But because of this chair, we cannot add another table. Well, it is quite a small space adding 2 dining tables in a 3-square tile. So we will just let it be and add this menu sign over here and a floor plant as space filler. And I am just moving the tables in the middle part. If you want to make the chairs closer to the table, just do the technique we do. Let's make another table, and I just copied the table earlier, and for the chairs, we will use the mid-century chairs. I recolored it the same as the sofa chair we used. I was planning on how I should do the table, but let's just make it simple with a plate and a table napkin. This is how our tables would look when it is not occupied by customers. And let's add some tissues on the side and salt and pepper. Let's add a small plant on each table, so I will use my all-time favorite, which is this spiky plant. I just copied all this table stuff and place it on the other table. Let's also add some plates on the counter for those who will dine here. Now let's add our outside dining tables, and we will make this for larger groups of 4. This will be perfect for families taking a vacation here. I added 2 tables for now, and let's just arrange the table decors in the middle side. And I think I can fit another table in the middle of this too, but let's do that later. Again, I will use this toy cash register instead of buying a real one for Bloxburg because I don't have a lot to buy, hee. So we will use this and add a frame for the monitor screen. I'm gonna move this table outside instead and add another table to make a table for 4. And I will make this closer with the delete undo technique we do. So for the table inside, I will copy the dining setup for the indoor seating by using the sofa chair as well. This looks better than earlier, although we kinda have a small space to walk through. So we have this space by the window, and let's just add a floor plant for now. I wanted to add another table outside, so I will add 1 solo table by the beach. And this is what I mentioned earlier, that I had to redo the flooring because I extended the outdoor seating. This is the 3rd time, and don't worry, it is the last, hee, sorry about that. I shouldn't have made the flooring into one big part, because now I am deleting it when I had to adjust the floors. I am just moving some trees and plants that I added before to fill in the beach. I like adding the sand pile over the edges of the flooring so it would look a bit realistic that some sands would really go in. Since we have this outdoor seating, let's add this flat glass roof into squares. This will look good having the sun rays gleaming inside. And the flat roof will also serve as a holder when I add this vine plants on top. I love using this vine plants with outdoor seating like this. It looks so good. Because this is a family-owned restaurant, we need to add baby chairs on the side to accommodate families with babies. And also I just need to fill that space up. The back part and the right side of the roof hasn't been added this trim earlier. So I will just fast forward this part of my struggle, hee. I actually forgot this part, OMG. I just remembered it when I looked at the back and wondered why it looked plain, and that's what I forgot to add, hee. I didn't want to mess up the front entrance, so I didn't add a restaurant sign. So instead I will just put this floor sign with the menu since there is a restaurant name in it. And add this open sign on the door. I also added this rubber mat by the entrance, and I will also use it in the kitchen. Now let's add some lighting, and we will use this geometric chandelier. Change the texture to wicker so it would give a more tropical summer vibe. And I am just adjusting the color since I was using the fawn brown, linen, and flint so it won't be too bright. I'm also adding 2 chandeliers outside. I'm adding this mat near the glass door outside. And we are done. Yay! Our restaurant by the beach is now finished. And I named it Blue Coast, inspired by the restaurant itself. And I just edited the decal I made from my seafood restaurant and added the name Blue Coast in it, hee hee. So this is the overview of our exterior. I love how it turned out. I don't usually use this kind of blue shade in my other builds, but I'm glad I used it here. This is my favorite build in this town so far, which I always say after I build, hee hee. Anyways, this is the decal that I made, and I will also put the code on my description box if you'd like to use it as well. I love the matching colors of the life preserver ring and the exterior walls. It's very coastal vibe. Going inside, we have a very cozy yet open-type beach restaurant, and you can definitely feel the sea breeze going inside. We have some baby chairs here for those big families. And this is the bar counter, which I love the stool with pillows. Although I wouldn't really choose to eat here, but some would prefer eating on these bar counters. I still think this is cute looking. So we have a small open kitchen here, but definitely has what it needs to cook your favorite seafoods. And here is the salmon being sliced and ready to be cooked. We have the sink over here and then our small cash register. Let's go to the indoor dining tables, and I love how the tables look with the sofa chair. This is where I definitely would dine near the window side. And look at all this foods ordered. We have here some lobster, salmon, shrimp, and spicy stew. This is definitely my table right here, hee hee. And over here is our outdoor seating, which has a great view of the beach and boardwalk. This is also for groups of 4. So where would you rather seat? Indoors or outdoor? Anyways, this family ordered this large lobster for sharing, and if you noticed, I added some utensils on the tables that have been occupied by the family. I love the view here with the beach, and I'm glad I added this glass roof with vine plants. It looks so good with the aesthetic. We also have another table on the side. Anyways, I will sit in the table with many foods, hee hee. Look at what they ordered. I love seafoods. I wish we can have more new foods when there will be an update. I don't know when will it be because May is almost ending, so I really hope there would be an update for summer. Anyways, what foods would you like to see more in Bloxburg? Let me know in the comment section. I definitely would love if we can have other fried stuff like calamari or fried chicken, something like that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video until the end. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would help me a lot. Also click the notification bell so you won't miss the latest videos I upload. Our total plot value so far is $201,312. And this is a no Game Pass town, so you can definitely build this. Just need a lot of money, hee hee. I always work after I build so I can earn money to build again. And that is why we should stick to building one town at a time, hee hee. Anyways, thank you all so much. We are nearing 1,000 subs, so make sure to smash that subscribe button. Love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, afternoon, or night. Bye bye, and see you on my next video.